and a very important and hopefully thought-provoking presentation. As you know, during this week, the theme of our activity week is looking at safety in all aspects. Safety of yourselves, safety within school, safety outside of school. Today we'll be doing some work in class about safety in school and how to look after yourselves. And this morning you're going to have 2 presentations. And these presentations are going to get you to think very seriously about choices that you make and what could be the possible outcomes.
I wanted to give these talks because being an MC, I'm connected to youth culture, and music is a powerful way to connect young people to receiving messages and listening to guidance. So for me, I wanted to bring up subjects that are really critical right now. It's critical that gun and knife crime is dealt with. It is an epidemic. It's something that it's something that has to be changed right now. Like, it really has to be changed. So for me, it's like to stand up and be able to be a spokesperson for that is such an amazing blessing. So for me, it's just natural. I just want to make that change. I just want to be able to reach the young people so they don't feel the need to pick up a knife or pick up a gun. Now, to start off, I'm going to play you something that I made in Tower Hamlets School. Who heard about the person on Facebook that got killed? You heard, because of some stupid rumours, yeah? Alright, basically I was working in Tower Hamlets College a couple of weeks ago, and with the young people there we created a drama which we've made as an audio thing. Now what you're going to hear, these young people created themselves. It was quite hard hitting. I really put in some hard images, some hard facts, and I came out with some really strong things like audio things from a girl who's killed someone, and the way that they reacted to it with respect, really listened deeply. And the feedback that I've had has been phenomenal, so I'm really, really happy with how it went.
To believe it was a friend that brought my child to an end, clench my teeth, letting myself for a moment feel how it is not to breathe. My son is dead, still unable to get that into my head. That stupid boy, what was his name? Killing my son for his rise of fame. I wish I could wring his neck, make him pay for the life he has managed to wreck. Close my eyes, not allowing myself to see or hear. Scared to open my eyes for the fear that it may be true that my son's soul does not reside near.
To keep the young people's attention and to make the presentation provocative, powerful and interesting, I use tools that are interesting to the young people. Like, brought up lots of stories that have been really fresh in the media recently that are in their minds. Then I played YouTube clips connected to them gangs, and then I talked about the prison sentences they received. I played them audio from a girl who had been stabbed, and then at the end I showed them, if you're being positive, what you can do. And because I kept using YouTube clips every few minutes and then putting in facts after that, it kept it interesting, kept it exciting, so the young people could get the message without getting bored. Now, I also work with girls in prison as well. And one of the girls that I work with in prison has given you a testimonial about when she stabbed someone.
I'm in prison for stabbing a girl. It started from when I went to a party. These girls wanted to fight me and my friends. There was only like 5 of us, and there was 10 of them. They came out, stabbed my friend in her back. As I see her drop to my feet, tried to help her up. One of the girls pushed her back down. The girl was coming towards me with her knife. My other friend who was with us gave me her knife, so I took it from her. As she was coming towards me, I stabbed her in the side. She put her hand on her side as there was blood gushing out of her side. She started screaming and running away. As I look at her, I see all blood just pouring out. So I took my bike with home and started crying because I saw what I had done. I couldn't believe it, because I knew it wasn't me.
Knife and gun crime is an epidemic right now. I don't feel that there's one community that isn't going without a casualty at this time in London. It's something that's constantly on the news, and I think it's something that's within everybody's hearts. Samantha Joseph got 14 years in prison. The girl was 16, she's going to be 30 before she's ever looking to come out. Over the summer, if you see a fight going down, something's going down, and you're texting someone to let them know where it is, know that you're an accomplice to murder if that happens. know that that's going to happen. If you see that fights are going on, whatever's happening, stay out of it. Stay as far away from it as you possibly can. Now, the police use YouTube to gather information on people. So if you think that you're saying, bruv, I stab, I shank, the police have profiles and they have big pictures on the wall, and if you're gang affiliated, they will have your name on the wall and they will know who you are via your Facebook friends, via your things. Right now, YouTube is being misused by thousands of young people in London, Grey Gang, this gang, that gang, you know, and the fact of I brought up things in my speech about, you know, this is now a tool for the police to know what you're doing. And I showed the gangs, and I showed the ones from Liverpool who killed that boy loading up guns. A pin couldn't have dropped. And the culture is really misleading for young people.
New sound in the best of hop. Units got it all down to the desktop. Yes, yes. Dope man with the tech cops. Blue covers up the mouth with the tech cops. Flicking through all the dirty magazines, but nothing like pedophiles in a sex shop.
Alright, so you all know who that is, yeah? Yeah. You all know who that is. Alright, I've got a little information for you about Giggs. British rapper Giggs has had its UK tour pulled after police warned promoters over safety fears. One of the main artists that I decided to feature was Giggs, because Giggs recently had his whole UK tour scrapped because of his gang affiliations and because of what SM1 Records represents. He got signed to EXO Records. He lost a 10-day tour. That is a huge amount of money lost, and that's a massive dent, and young people are all looking up to him and praising him without realising the consequences of his actions. Subsequently, he's never going to be going to America with his career. That's not going to happen for him because he's got weapon offences. So no matter how much he blows in the UK, he's already cut himself off from the rest of the world. A promotion company called Back to the Naan set up a rave to promote SM1 Record Label. You know SM1 Record Label, yeah? Giggs' label, representing SM1. But the police contacted the club and told them if they put on the rave, they will come and shut down the club. This is because the police want to put Giggs in prison. This is pushing Giggs back on the street and not giving him an opportunity to make legal money. The shutdown of his rave cost £30,000 from the record company. They lost 30 grand on that rave. So don't think anyone's going to be giving Giggs a gig. You can call him no gigs, because he ain't getting no gigs, because you're losing 30 grand. You know what I mean? I looked at artists like Asher D, who has turned his whole life around after being caught with weapons, and he ended up being able to get into America and get on the 50 Cent movie, Get Rich or Die Trying, you know, and all the other films that he's done, Bullet Boy and stuff like that, which I felt were really poignant on the issues of gun crime in the UK. Dizzy Rascal, young people might say whatever, but you know what, he has done more for black music in the UK than anybody. He is one of the UK's most amazing artists, and the stuff that he talks about Louder Beef, Loudy Estates, Loudy's things, like it's about getting holidays. It's about going out there, it's about achieving. He's talking about dreams, he's talking about aspirations, he's talking about going far. Because every word that you say paints your reality. Don't think your words are useless, your words are powerful. The aim of my presentation is to get young people to think about how powerful their words are. To get them to think about what they're posting when they post on YouTubes. To get them thinking about when they're on Facebook and when they're on Twitter talking about fights, luring people into traps, that is actually a 14-year sentence. To get them really thinking about the consequences of their actions. When they're thinking, posting a video on YouTube, I will kill man, whatever, you have to live up to the words that you say. And they're not realising this, they're throwing these words around as if it's Armani, Gucci, gun, knife. Stay safe this summer, yo, that's what I say. Go out and do things that are interesting every day. Don't get caught up in the guns and the heights and the night. You don't need to live that life. All of you can do anything you like, so pick up yourself and go out and shine. So listen up right now, have the best summer of your life. MC Angel, I hope you felt good today.